These were the types of women I caught my husband staring at one night in bed when he thought I was sleeping. I stared at the ceiling, silent, as tears welled up in my eyes and my head began racing with every insecure thought imaginable. The type of thoughts that every woman has deep down, but never talks about.
It's because I'm fat. I'm not sexy enough. I'm too old and not desirable anymore. I can't compete. I'm no longer what my husband wants. I kept telling myself in heartbreak. My name is Samantha Baker, and the story you're about to hear is very personal and extremely difficult for me to share with a bunch of strangers. A story about how 72 pounds of deadly excess fat nearly tore my marriage and life apart, but I truly believe God has given me the strength to tell it, because what happened next led me on the most unexpected journey and to an ancient fat melting technique so primitive it was thought to be extinct, a 4,000-year-old secret, unlike anything you've ever heard before, and discovered within the exotic habitat of a remote island chain in the middle of paradise. An all-natural Caribbean flush so bizarre, yet so powerful, that it would transform my body and health practically overnight, melting away 72 pounds of nasty, jiggly fat from my belly and every square inch of my entire body, like my face, arms, legs, back, and butt, completely dissolving my love handles and causing my flabby cellulite thighs to become smoother, firmer, and slimmer at the exact same time. And the best part is, I did it without 1 second of dieting or exercise, taking me from this to this, turning the clock back on my 47-year-old figure and leaving my friends and family in awe at my new tight and toned cellulite-free body, begging to know my secret, skyrocketing my low self-esteem, and finally giving me the confidence to feel sexy again as I slipped into seductive, skin-tight dresses for the first time in decades. My energy levels exploded and the youthful glow and vigor for life I had in my 20s suddenly returned as years of excruciating back and hip pain vanished. Within a few short weeks, dangerous visceral fat melted away from around my organs, giving me a new, stronger, healthier heart, while at the same time lowering my blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar levels, stunning doctors so much that numerous local television crews reached out for my story, and thousands of women desperately looking for a solution flooded my inbox, demanding to know the secret and how I did it, not only saving my life and giving me the freedom over my body I so desperately longed for, but ever since this fat-dissolving tropical secret was unearthed, over 127,000 women are now using it to target the deepest, most stubborn pockets of fat, with 97% losing 3 pounds after the very first night they tried it, and continuing to melt away pound after pound in the weeks that followed, dropping dress size after dress size because the more you use it, the more it works. Even my own sister-in-law, Rachel, who had been struggling for years to lose her baby weight, despite having tried every diet and taking every fat burner supplement she could find, suddenly lost 27 pounds in just 5 weeks using this same exact technique.
I remember seeing Samantha a few months ago, and I honestly could not believe her transformation. She looked incredible. When she showed me her secret, I was skeptical because nothing ever seemed to work for my body. But this Caribbean flush, this has been a game changer. I mean, it has made losing weight so easy. I'm already down 27 pounds and I'm just getting started.
Just incredible. This is something that every woman over 40 desperately needs to try and can start doing right now in their home to take back control of their waistline, hormones, body, and overall health. And the best part is, this Caribbean flush is scientifically proven to supercharge metabolic rate while your body is resting. Meaning, whether it's 10 pounds or 100 pounds of nagging fat, you'll be unlocking your metabolism and turning your body into a furnace, melting away pound after pound while you lay in bed sleeping and without any effort, setting you free from ever having to diet, exercise, or give up your favorite foods ever again. In fact, I eat more pizza, pasta, and chocolate cake now than I ever did before. Listen, I know this all sounds crazy and too good to be true, and you're probably feeling skeptical right now. just like I was when I first discovered this. But I promise you, this simple fat melting technique will flip everything you thought you knew about weight loss completely on its head. You see, we've been lied to, ladies, and made to believe that our inability to lose weight and keep it off was somehow our fault. But I'm here to tell you that that couldn't be further from the truth, because in the next 4 minutes and 33 seconds, you'll discover why age, genetics, lifestyle, and all other common excuses you hear have absolutely nothing to do with getting skinny and staying that way. It's a groundbreaking discovery that was never supposed to have seen the light of day, but because of one brave doctor from a tiny Caribbean island, which you're about to hear from firsthand, who has promised to finally expose the truth and blow the lid off of the big obesity lie. You'll be shocked when you learn that unexplained weight gain and excess fat have little to do with dieting or lack of exercise, and have everything to do with this life-sucking microscopic host poisoning your body as we speak, sending the medical community into a frenzy, and the $78 billion weight loss industry scrambling. A newly discovered compound found in 87% of all women that scientists are now calling the menopause parasite, which has been proven by places like Harvard University, Oxford College in England, and Stanford Medical School to be the real root cause behind the rising obesity crisis. High blood sugar, lack of energy, and other dangerous health afflictions in women. A mysterious little compound that awakens and floods your body after the age of 40 and continues to multiply with each passing year, causing your fat cells to swell up 3 times their normal size, forcing your body to store excess fat, slowing your metabolism to near turtle-like speed, causing your sleep to be interrupted, and making your hormones go absolutely haywire. And something that scientists warn, if not properly addressed, could increase your chances of a heart attack, stroke, and developing type 2 diabetes by as much as 77%. Meaning, at this very moment, despite what we've been told or made to believe, it's literally impossible for you or I or any woman over the age of 40 struggling with excess fat to keep it off with things like dieting or exercise. And you'll finally understand why everything you've tried in the past just left you disappointed and never worked. I can promise you the solution you've been so desperate to find is right in front of you. And unlike anything you've ever tried before, a quick and safe Caribbean flush, scientifically proven to dissolve these overgrown fat cells and force your body to effortlessly melt away 10, 20, even 70 pounds of fat, no matter what you eat, no matter how old you are, and no matter how long you've struggled with your weight. Over 127,000 mothers, daughters, and grandmothers are doing this Caribbean flush each night to torch away stubborn fat, regulate their hormones, and improve their sleeping. The same women who tried countless diets, gave up all their favorite foods, and started exercising 5 days a week, constantly looking for a solution, but always end up disappointed that nothing worked.
Look at me! Just look at me! 3 dress sizes down and inches off my waist.
Hot flashes, mood swings, and the constant struggle with my weight just left me depressed and feeling hopeless.
Let me tell you, I saw myself in the mirror the other day, and frankly, it startled me.
I never thought this was possible for me. For the first time in a very long time.
A friend of mine convinced me to try this, and it's literally changed my life.
Who is that fabulous woman in the mirror? Oh, that's me. I'm down over 42 pounds, and I never felt better.
I feel hopeful, and I can actually see results.
In just 2 weeks, I'm down 11 pounds. And not only that, but my mood has been better, and I have so much more energy.
My friends and family are still in shock.
Each day I wake up with messages, emails, and videos from women just like these. So thankful they found this easy solution. And I get excited every single time because I know, just like me, they will never have to be a prisoner to their bodies ever again. And just like those women, I know this could change your health forever once you start doing it. In fact, I want you to go there with me for just a moment, and I want you to really think about what your life could look like after trying this easy bedtime flush for yourself. Just imagine slipping into a new bathing suit, and instead of feeling insecure about people laughing at you because of your size, they stare at you in awe because of how amazing your body looks. Or just think about going out to your favorite restaurant and wearing that skin-tight dress that hugs your figure as you order dinner plus dessert, because you no longer have to worry about what you eat. Imagine igniting your metabolism to the point that your body starts burning stubborn fat even while you sleep, and waking up full of energy and excited about the day ahead because all of your back and knee pain has vanished with your joints smooth and refreshed. No more anxiety about sudden heart attacks, strokes, or diabetes, and just think about how happy you'll be as your hormones go back to normal and you actually start to feel like yourself again, with your mind sharper and your mood elevated. Imagine the look on all of your friends and family's faces as they see the new you, struggling to wrap their heads around your incredible transformation and begging to know how you did it. And most importantly, for the first time in years, think about what it will feel like to not be ashamed of your naked body in front of your husband or significant other, but instead catch them looking at you with lust again and actually desiring you as your confidence and self-esteem skyrocket because of your new figure. And because this all-natural flush targets the biological root cause of your belly fat, once the fat's gone, it's gone forever. So no more worrying about jumping between skinny and baggy pants, losing and gaining the same 5 pounds over and over. The truth is, you've never heard about this solution before. And that's because if this shocking information ever went mainstream and women actually understood what was happening inside of their bodies and began using this easy solution to target the real origin behind all of their issues, the game would be over. You see, the weight loss industry is huge. $78 billion huge. And little old me doesn't have the resources or the ability to challenge them. They only care about turning a profit and do not want you watching this video, and have been fiercely doing everything in their power to take it down. Because for them, as long as they can keep you fat and frustrated with nowhere to turn and desperate, they'll keep you as a customer for life. As this video is viewed by more and more women, and this potent fat melting technique comes to life, there is no doubt in my mind who their next target will be. I don't know how else to say it. Time is ticking, and I'm not sure how much longer we have, so please close the door, put away all distractions, and pay very close attention to the rest of this short video, because it may just save your life or someone you know. All of the lies you've been told by experts and health gurus about unexplained weight gain, out of control hormones, and lack of energy will finally be exposed. And you'll see firsthand why all of their go-to excuses like aging, genetics, or diet have absolutely nothing to do with losing weight and getting healthy. You'll be shocked when you learn the identity of a newly discovered compound that scientists are calling the menopause parasite that is now proven to directly cause your cells to enlarge and hold 3 times as much fat, and is absolutely wreaking havoc on your metabolism, sucking your energy levels, and is something that your doctor never told you because your doctor never even knew existed. The same exact reason why all the women on this remote and tropical Caribbean island are slim from birth, eat what they want, and still look and feel great well into their 70s. While you eat like a rabbit, work out all day, and struggle to lose a single pound. You'll be amazed when you discover the simple and practically ancient all-natural technique these island women use every night before bed that has caused their bodies to become virtually fat resistant. And you'll learn the exact step-by-step process so you can start doing it yourself tonight in your very own bedroom. It will outrage you when you hear 2 of the most common weight loss mistakes done by millions of women each day that is supposed to make you thinner, but instead slows your metabolism, increases food cravings, and clog your arteries every time you do them. On top of that, you'll discover exactly why this method works so well and the exact science from several prestigious universities and medical centers that can back up everything I'm saying. Plus, I'll be giving away one major surprise while you're watching this video. Can you catch it? It's time to break free from the prison of excess fat once and for all. The time is now. Are you ready? But first, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, my name is Samantha Baker, or as my family and friends call me, Sam. And I'm no professor, nutritionist, or fitness influencer here to confuse you with scientific jargon. I'm just a 47-year-old elementary school teacher from Greenfield, Indiana, where I live with my husband, Jim, and our two beautiful daughters, Heather and Jacqueline. And the story behind my constant weight gain struggles started years ago. It will probably sound very familiar to a lot of yours out there. You see, my husband and I met at a local fair here in town when we were both in our 20s and hit it off immediately. We fell in love and got married at 24 without a care in the world. At our wedding, everyone could not stop complimenting me on how slim I was and how amazing I looked in my wedding dress. I felt great and even bragged about not having to work at it, but those words would soon come back to haunt me. Back then, I took my health for granted and never had to worry about what or how much I ate because I knew no matter what, my body would just burn it off throughout the day. I was 26 when we had our first daughter, Heather, and even then, after putting on 25 pounds of pregnancy fat, I did what I always did, cut some carbs, did some extra classes at the gym, and just like that, it was gone. But 7 years later, we had our next daughter, Jacqueline, and that pregnancy was hard on me. I was eating for two, just like my first pregnancy, but this time, I put on 50 pounds and it just felt like my body was at war with me. The extra pregnancy weight that had melted away so easily with my first daughter would not budge, and my once firm, slim body that I bragged about not having to work for was now jiggly, and cottage cheese was oozing from my thighs. When I went to see my doctor, he warned me that my high blood pressure and the fat around my belly and organs were suffocating my heart. He told me that I had to lose that extra 50 pounds or I could run the risk of having a heart attack or stroke at any moment. This was a total wake-up call for me, but how hard could this actually be? I had done it once with my first pregnancy, so I could do it again. I thought to myself on the car ride home, but at 33 years old, something was different. Everything that had worked for me the first time around stopped working completely. And over the next few years of working out regularly, dieting, and even taking those fat burner pills I bought off of Amazon, I hardly lost more than 5 pounds. If that, I tried everything. Keto, Atkins, paleo, I went vegan. I tried every detox and fasting plan on the internet. You name it. We spent thousands on Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, and Nutrisystem. Heck, I even convinced Jim, my husband, to buy one of those fancy exercise bikes, but that just made my knee pain even worse. And here's the worst part about it all. I did manage to lose a pound or two, which got me excited and hopeful. But as you might have already figured out for yourself, those diets are impossible to stick to. And my excitement quickly turned back into disappointment when I would fail, which led me to stress eating and gaining even more weight. My comfort eating became such a vicious cycle that as time went on, I started to hate myself for the woman I had become. The carefree, confident Samantha from my 20s was gone, and all that was left was an overweight, insecure, and unhappy version of myself. My husband wanted to help, but every time he tried to compliment or console me, I pushed him away. How could anyone want to be with a fat whale? I remember crying to him on the car ride home one night after we went out to dinner, and I had heard the waitresses making fun of me for how much I was eating. At home, things weren't much better because our sex life had vanished, and he buried himself in his work, and I buried myself further in comfort food. We barely spoke, and when we did, it was just about how tired and unsatisfied we were. This went on for the next 8 years, and instead of losing weight, I had actually gained 17 more pounds, and by this point I was now 72 pounds heavier. Getting dressed in front of him was horrifying, and we completely stopped eating out, or even going out for that matter. My self-esteem dropped so low that I didn't even look at myself in the mirror anymore, and anytime someone would look at me, I always assumed they were laughing and judging me for being so fat. I just gave up. I cried most days in the shower so nobody could hear how miserable I was. I had never imagined my life or marriage would turn out like this, and I couldn't see a way out. This was a very dark time in my life, and I never felt so hopeless. My daughters looked at me as an example of what they didn't want to look like, and my husband wouldn't even touch me. I tell you all of this not because I want some sort of pity party or for you to feel bad for me. I'm telling you my humiliating story because I want you to understand that I know exactly what you're feeling and going through, because I went through and felt those same exact feelings every single day of my life. And then it happened. The night that would change everything for me. It was one of the scariest moments of my life, but would also be the moment that sent me on the most unexpected and incredible journey and to the powerful fat melting breakthrough I so desperately needed, and the one you need as well. I was having dinner with Jim and my daughters, and I don't remember much about what happened, but apparently we were sitting around the table when suddenly everything went black and my face fell in my food and I started turning deathly white. I eventually collapsed on the floor like a dead weight, dragging the table cover with me. Plate smashed violently and the girls screamed. The ambulance rushed me to the hospital and they kept me in overnight for observation. I was lucky to be alive. If you're overweight, you're 60% more likely to have a heart attack or a stroke, 80% more likely to have coronary artery disease, and 22% more likely to get Alzheimer's or memory loss. Scary, isn't it? As I lay in that hospital bed recovering the next day, holding my daughter's hands, cold and frightened, I felt angry and ashamed, angry at the deceitful weight loss industry who for over a decade had drained our bank accounts and whose solutions only made me sicker. Ashamed because I promised to take care of myself, but I didn't know how. My heart constricted in my chest at the thought of not being around for my family, of Heather and Jacqueline, not having their mother there to coach them through their first pregnancy, or to see them walk down the aisle. That night, our pastor even came to see me, and in that tiny little hospital room, we all prayed to God for a miracle. The next day, I was scheduled to be released from the hospital, but the doctor on duty advised against it after my blood work came back from the day before. This time, they moved me to a special ward, and that's when I met him, the man that would change everything. His name was Dr. Camilo Varane, and he was from a tiny volcanic island in the middle of the Caribbean called Montserrat, a place renowned in the medical community for having some of the healthiest people on planet Earth, and where the population lives 10 years longer than the average American. He was here in the United States, traveling around the country, giving lectures at medical schools and teaching at hospitals about the ancient and powerful healing practices of his village back home. He was an older man with sun-kissed skin and kind eyes. He had a gentle spirit and was one of those kinds of people you meet and you just want to share things with and don't know why. Every night, he would come to check on me while the rest of the ward slept. Maybe because he felt bad for me, but either way, I became an open book and told him all of my fears about dying prematurely and not being there for my family because of my health, and about my frustration with my years-long struggle to lose weight. I explained all the research and remedies I had tried, like the Atkins, keto, and paleo diets. I tried Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, and Noom. I told him about all of the supplements, teas, and fat burner pills I bought off of Amazon, but everywhere just led to a dead end. Almost like someone didn't want me to find an actual solution that worked, and that's when he chimed in. He said, "Samantha, you're right. They don't want you to find out the truth." I just looked at him perplexed because I was joking, but Dr. Varane was serious. He said, "Samantha, what I'm about to tell you will shock you, and I could get in serious trouble for even sharing this with you, but they don't want you to find the missing piece of the puzzle to get your weight under control without their overly priced supplements, diets, and meal plans. I've seen this up close and personal." "What do you mean?" I asked. "Well, Samantha, as you know, I'm from a tiny island in the Caribbean, and my medical practice is not here in America, but over the past year since I've been in the States, I've been invited to more conferences on obesity and weight loss than you can count on both hands and feet. And at these conferences, big diet and supplement companies hold lavish dinners and wild parties for all the doctors, fitness influencers, and nutritionists attending. Many times, they give away front row tickets to sporting events, concerts, cars, and even high-paying speaking gigs, all in the hope of persuading them to use their supplements and recommend their diet programs and meal plans, even if they're dangerous and even if they don't work." He continued, "You see, the remote island where I'm from has the lowest rate of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease in the world. In fact, many remedies and medicines for blood pressure, hair loss, and vision health come from the over 800 medicinal and edible plants unique to the islands. You've been lied to, Samantha, and the solution that you and the thousands of other women out there have desperately been looking for is actually quite simple, and is something the women on my tiny island have been doing for centuries. And it's caused their bodies to become virtually fat resistant without even knowing it." And before he could get another word out, I couldn't contain myself and I interrupted him, pleading, begging him to tell me his secret, because after years of struggling with my weight and the horrifying moment of falling out in front of my family, I knew my health was only getting worse and that I didn't have time to waste. And what Dr. Verane said over the next couple of minutes blew my mind. First, understand, none of this is your fault, he said. You see, the moment you feel your belly get a little squishy, you're encouraged to eat chicken, broccoli, and rice, and do some jogging and squats. Sound familiar? The problem here is that once you start this cycle, you never get off of it. That's how the weight loss industry keeps raking in billions year after year. They've designed products to only mask symptoms and never address the root problem, and in turn, keep you buying new and innovative programs that never actually work and only get more expensive every year. After starting a diet, your fat cells may shrink a little, but soon after your body enters starvation mode by slowing your metabolism and protecting itself by holding on to fat, not burning it. A little known 2022 study published in the Luxembourg Medical Journal followed 22,000 overweight people doing popular diets such as Atkins, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, and South Beach. And after 6 months, they found that nearly all 22,000 participants had rebounded and failed, and 74% ended up putting on more weight than when they started. So remember, when your diet fails and you start to feel shame over a lack of willpower after eating foods outside your diet, you're not to blame. Worse, research from Berkeley University in California found dieting just once can cause slow metabolism, hair thinning, hunger spikes, and increased risk of heart disease and osteoporosis. And the slow metabolism damage can be permanent. And exercise, Dr. Verane continued, the average person can only burn 5% of their daily calories through exercise. That's nothing. 2 hours of grueling cycling only burns around 500 calories. So it's no wonder studies show people eat more after exercise, overestimating how many calories they burn. To prove this, a fellow colleague of mine, Dr. James Dupree from the University of Miami, demonstrated this is in a study where he made thousands of overweight women exercise for 1, 2, or 3 hours a week, and some not at all. You'd expect those who exercise more to have lost more weight than those who didn't, right? Well, despite what popular advice would have believed, there was no difference in fat loss between those who exercised and those who didn't, he concluded. Everything Dr. Verane was saying made so much sense to me. This is why meal plans, diet food, and workouts are such a cash machine for the $78 billion weight loss industry. They keep you coming back, but here's the real key to all of this. Something I can guarantee you never saw on the news. Dr. Verane continued as he leaned in closer and lowered his voice. 13 months ago, one of the brightest and most decorated weight loss doctors in the world, Dr. James McGuire, was terminated from Cambridge University in England and silenced after he tried to go public with his groundbreaking research. After years of studying the growing rates of obesity levels among women, he made an astounding revelation. Dr. McGuire discovered the rise of a newly discovered hormone unique to the female body called K40, or something he coined as the menopause parasite. The reason he called it the menopause parasite is that Dr. McGuire found that this deadly little hormone seems to awaken and become active in women only after they turn 40, causing their fat cells to swell up 3 times their normal size, meaning your body is currently storing 3 times as much fat as normal, and unfortunately, this leaves it immune to any diet or exercise. And get this, Dr. McGuire also found that once K40 becomes active and starts multiplying, it also causes a chain reaction in other parts of your body and mimics the symptoms of menopause, hence the nickname he gave it. So, as it turns out, most women likely blame and have been told by doctors that their feelings of low energy, hormonal changes, interrupted sleep, and other health problems are just a consequence of getting older. But that isn't the case. This breakthrough discovery now proves that this tiny little hormone is the real culprit. Dr. Verane concluded, I was speechless for a few seconds after he finished because it all made so much sense and explained everything I'd been going through. But how do I target this K40 hormone and start shrinking my fat cells back down to normal? I asked hesitantly. Dr. Verane then got up, poked his head out of my door, and started scribbling on a sheet of paper and handed it to me. This is why I'm here, risking everything, Samantha. Obesity simply doesn't exist on Montserrat Island. We don't even have a word for it in our language. The women on my island have been using this formula every night before bed. And just now, the research is finally catching up. It's a big reason why over the generations, they've accidentally immunized themselves against this deadly hormone. Eat it and see for yourself. I'm sure it can help you too, he said with an encouraging smile on his face. And with that, thanked him for his insight, because for the first time in months, I felt hope and I could see a future spent with all the grandkids we haven't met yet running around again, which brought a brief smile to my face. And then we said our goodbyes and he got up and left my room. When I was finally released from the hospital days later, I could hardly wait. And as soon as I got home, I started researching this ancient recipe right away. The first thing scribbled on Dr. Vereen's list was a powder produced by the rare white kidney bean, only grown on certain volcanic islands in the Caribbean, an earthy, anti-aging superfood used by medicine men for thousands of years because of its anti-inflammatory effects. Its main compound, phaseolamin, is full of antioxidants and renowned for its ability to rapidly speed up metabolism, reduce the symptoms of menopause, repair dead skin cells, and promote healthy hair growth. But more importantly, a 2022 study published in the International Journal of Obesity found it triggers a metabolic process in your body that turns the food you eat into energy, thus preventing your cells from storing any excess fat. It was thought that this metabolic process slowed down as women got older, and this is why you could eat whatever you wanted in your 20s with no problems. But now, after eating just one plate of pasta, it seems like you gained 3 pounds. Scientists have never been able to figure out why this process stopped working as women got older. But the more I kept digging, I struck gold. I came across a buried medical research paper published by none other than Dr. James McGuire, the man who was silenced and fired from Cambridge University for trying to go public with his breakthrough revelation. Dr. McGuire had proven that this powerful metabolic process not only turned the food you eat into energy, but also was responsible for shrinking overgrown fat cells by as much as 330%. He went on in that same research paper to reveal the identity of a newly activated compound known as K40, or menopause parasite, and its direct link between the interruption of this metabolic process and overgrown fat cells. He explained that as this compound becomes more active, the more broken your metabolism becomes, and the slower this process works until eventually, instead of turning the food you eat into energy, your fat cells have no other choice but to swell up, causing rapid and almost immediate weight gain. In fact, to prove his findings even further, Dr. McGuire observed a group of 69,000 women ranging from 40 to 80 years of age and with all different body types and backgrounds. Some women were skinny and some were 70 plus pounds overweight. And can you guess what he found? He discovered just one common factor in every overweight woman: enlarged fat cells caused by an overabundance of the compound known as K40, or menopause parasite. And in every skinny woman, what do you think he found? Exactly, normal-sized fat cells and no trace of the K40 compound anywhere in their bodies. And all those women not carrying around this menopause parasite also supported excellent blood sugar, blood pressure, and cholesterol levels, amazing liver, heart, and artery health, and even higher dopamine levels, the feel-good hormone. I finally understood why it was so important to flush away this menopause parasite, because by doing so, I would instantly start to shrink my overgrown fat cells, forcing my body to dissolve any excess fat I was carrying around. And if I did nothing and just allowed it to continue to multiply in my body, the evidence showed that I would become 56% more likely to have a heart attack or stroke, and 71% more likely to develop type 2 diabetes. So, I knew removing this poisonous compound from my body was the most important thing I could do to lose weight. This is exactly why the women from Dr. Vereen's island stayed so skinny and healthy well into their 70s, despite eating super high carb and high sugar diets, and why they easily have the lowest rates of obesity and the highest life expectancy in the entire world, and why a study from the University of Munich in Germany found the women who lived on Montserrat Island are immune to weight weight gain. You see, this deadly menopause parasite causing overgrown fat cells is the real root cause of your unexplained belly fat, low energy, depression, and premature aging. It's no wonder the entire weight loss industry and mainstream medical establishment went after Dr. McGuire and silenced his voice and findings. If this information ever got out, it would destroy their business model overnight. But don't start booking a Caribbean vacation to Montserrat Island to harvest these rare white kidney beans yourself, because second on Dr. Verraine's list was a magical substance. Did you know valerian root doesn't just have a powerful calming effect on the body? It's also exploding with a sticky resin called Linerin, with over 300 potent antioxidants and vitamins proven to support healthy blood sugar and boost your immune system. Linerin is so rare, it was like gold to ancient civilizations. Thousands of years ago, Greeks used it for medicine. Egyptians used it to fight infections. And in World War II, they gave it to soldiers who had trouble sleeping. And that's why doctors refer to it as nature's Ambien. And the best part? A study published in Molecular Biology shows Linerin flushes out the K40 compound through the digestive system and in turn shrinks overgrown fat cells within 5 minutes of being consumed. I could just imagine the powerful effects of combining valerian root and white kidney beans together. But it doesn't stop there, because next on the list was ashwagandha root, which the University Health Center in Ontario found shrinks overgrown fat cells by 227%. Ashwagandha root is also excellent in reducing the symptoms of menopause by eliminating oxidative stress and balancing hormones. It promotes deep restorative sleep and even boosts cognitive abilities. Next was passion flower, native to the Caribbean and Central America. This exotic flower is praised for its calming effect that Japanese scientists have found that, yes, you guessed it, shrinks fat cells too. Passion flower supports a healthy heart, can reduce back pain, and a study from the Yale University School of Medicine found it reduces headaches by as much as 61%. It even reduces sugar cravings and is great for oral health, supporting gum health and reducing the risk of tooth loss and decay. Recently, Good Morning America featured passion flower topical as a potent cellulite reducer. Finally, on Dr. Verraine's list was lemon balm extract. Used as a painkiller and sedative in traditional Mesoamerican medicine, this tropical flower is full of ursolic acid that rapidly shrinks overgrown fat cells and flushes out the K40 compound or menopause parasite, and is fantastic for gut health, reducing bloating, aiding regular toilet breaks, and easing digestive symptoms. One study found that ursolic acid causes weight loss of about 10 pounds every few weeks without dieting or exercise, and a drop of 20% in fasting blood sugar. Over 5,000 other studies show ursolic acid also supports a healthy heart, liver, kidneys, and every cell in your body. So I was excited to see it on Dr. Verraine's list. After everything, I was so excited to try this potent fat-melting formula, and I couldn't believe something like this even existed. I was just upset that this life-saving information had been hidden from me and millions of other women out there. So I wanted to get started ASAP, because according to the research, my health was only getting worse. And it was proven that no amount of exercise or dieting could help. So I began searching for these ingredients one by one, but finding high quality suppliers of these tropical superfoods was near impossible, and I would have had to buy each in bulk, test them myself, and then try to formulate them together. I wasn't a chemist, and the cost alone after totaling everything was going to be close to $4,900, plus 2.5 months until everything cleared customs. I didn't have the time or the expertise, so the only thing I could think to do was contact Dr. Verraine and pray he was still at the hospital. After a few days, I was finally able to get a hold of him, and I quickly explained my problem. He then gave me the number to one of his closest friends and colleagues, and in his own words, one of the smartest individuals he knew, Dr. Joseph Ross. And luckily for me, Dr. Ross was involved in the latest research that had to do with the rising obesity rates among women. I hit the lottery. I thought to myself, so when I called him and explained all of the research I had done, he was immediately on board. "This is amazing," he said. "Your research is 100% correct. Not every woman is fat. You probably have that one annoying friend who eats what they want and stays skinny, but you eat a single piece of pizza or cake and it instantly sticks to your belly." Well, they don't have a secret, and these studies prove they just have normal-sized fat cells, not swollen ones, and this K40 compound isn't swimming around in their bodies causing havoc. This metabolic process that shrinks fat cells doesn't slow down at all as women get older, like we originally believed. It just becomes non-existent because of this menopause parasite. Studies have always shown that women from Montserrat Island were among the healthiest on Earth. We always just figured it was their genetics, but didn't know these compounds were one reason why they basically trained their bodies to become fat resistant. I have a vested interest in something like this because my wife also struggles with her weight as well as her sister, but now with this special formula you were secretly handed, I think everyone has a fighting chance. I can help you take this formula to the next level because I have a few contacts in the manufacturing business that can help, he finished. And with that, we were off to the races, and it was incredible because Dr. Ross took care of everything, and we ended up partnering with a GMP certified and FDA approved manufacturer right here in the States, which allowed us to take the original formula Dr. Varain shared and make it even more powerful using modern technology and recent medical breakthroughs. With their help, we increased the potency of the formula by over 150% and the absorption rate by over 359%, which meant nothing would be wasted, allowing us to bring down the cost while guaranteeing a 90-day supply to ensure my body would make the necessary adaptations to flush out the menopause parasite and shrink my overgrown fat cells with just 2 tiny capsules every night before bed with my favorite beverage. And get this, the very next morning after I got up, I stepped on the scale to find myself already down 3 pounds. And every single morning that followed, my weight dropped 1 pound, 2 pounds. I was losing weight so fast that I was almost concerned, but Dr. Ross assured me it was perfectly normal, and in a matter of weeks, 72 pounds of deep, stubborn fat from my thighs, hips, and every corner of my body had dissolved like it never existed, taking me from this to this fit, healthy, and happy lady standing before you today. Every night I was sleeping better than I had in years, falling asleep instantly, waking up every morning from the deepest, most refreshing sleep. My joints were smooth, free from aches and pains. I was alert, focused, and thinking clearly. I was showered with compliments from my friends who doubted me, jealous and desperate for my secret. Instead of wanting to hide from the world in baggy clothes, I was delighted to start strutting around our house in my new yoga pants, showing off my toned belly just to remind my husband I still got it. Or on vacation in my favorite waist-hugging summer dress with my big smile across my face. It was good just to finally feel confident on the beach in my new bikini, free of embarrassing cellulite on my thighs and clear, radiant skin on display. And I didn't worry about people smirking behind my back. Seems so simple now after believing for years losing fat was a complicated process. All it took was 5 seconds to grab my favorite bedtime beverage and a tiny capsule right before bed, stress-free and relaxing. The only thing you'll stress about is having to buy new clothes or a brand new wardrobe altogether. When I went back to Dr. Ross, he was astonished as he saw my new, slim, athletic figure. "Samantha, your health markers are incredible," he said. "You've gone down over 70 pounds, and that's 7 dress sizes. Your heart, cholesterol, and blood pressure are that of a 20-year-old. Your dopamine levels, the happy hormone, are 40% higher. Your resting heart rate is that of an athlete. Best of all, your blood work just came back, and your fat cells are 3 times smaller than when I first saw you, and there's absolutely no trace of this menopause parasite in your body," he said. Can you imagine? When your doctor tells you the same, how will you feel? Well, I couldn't believe it because after 16 years of darkness, I felt like the light had finally been turned on. I knew that my mission was to get this life-saving formula to as many women as I possibly could and to share this secret with you and all those struggling with fat. I told Dr. Ross my plan, and after we got the blessing of my new friend Dr. Vereen, we all decided to test the same formula on over 1,425 women from all over the country who had volunteered, ranging from age 37 to 85, from 14 to 114 pounds overweight of all shapes and sizes. We shipped them a few months worth of the capsule each and waited, and within the first 14 days, we knew we had something special on our hands. Every single woman saw their fat cells shrink by at least 287%, and all of them saw their K40 levels drop significantly. Cravings vanished, sex drive skyrocketed, bloating, brain fog, and anxiety disappeared. Sleep was deep and refreshing, loose skin was ironed out. Instead of soft, wobbly fat, they felt toned, taut muscle, and while supporting new, stronger, healthier hearts, arteries, and blood pressure. 96% of participants lost at least 5 pounds their very first week, and over 29 pounds total, with the average weight loss around 34 pounds, and some losing as much as 86 pounds. The other 4% lost over 17 pounds but were still ecstatic. And the best part about it all was this weight loss was permanent, because many months later, the weight had stayed off, just as the science said it would. They felt freedom for the first time in their lives to eat what they want and wear what they want with no worries.
I had been struggling with anxiety since the whole pandemic happened, and I started gaining a ton of weight.
Within a week, I literally felt my stress levels go down, and I honestly started to feel more peaceful and calm.
I had always struggled with my weight, and it really got tough to manage after I had my second child.
The more stressed I got, the more I ate, which led to more weight. I was stuck in this vicious cycle and had absolutely no way of controlling it.
Not to mention, within the same week, I had already lost over 6 pounds in my very first week.
I mean, I followed everything my doctor told me to do. I hired a nutritionist. I went vegan. I saw specialist after specialist. I mean, you name it, I tried it.
Well, just after 2 months of trying it, I've lost over 32 pounds, and my anxiety really has gotten so much better.
I love taking it every day, and it's so simple.
I would lose a few pounds here and there, but nothing ever stuck. I really felt hopeless, and I was really starting to get depressed and even overwhelmed that I would never be able to get rid of my nasty, ugly body fat.
I have more energy. Both my blood pressure, my cholesterol levels have gone down. My joints don't ache anymore, and my digestion is working better than ever, and I'm sleeping like a rock.
And I love the fact that it's completely 100% all natural with no GMOs and gluten-free.
Now down 4 dress sizes and counting. And the best part is, I haven't changed my lifestyle at all. My anxiety and stress levels are lower than they've been in years. My hair and skin feel and look so much healthier. My energy levels have actually skyrocketed. You know, I even noticed my mood has improved.
It truly is a lifesaver.
My husband has even noticed a difference in me too.
There's nothing else I have ever tried like this.
Now that you've seen the life-changing results for me and the thousands of other women out there, I want you to experience the same for yourself right now. That's why it's an honor for me to introduce Tropaslim, the world's first 100% natural solution to fix the newly discovered, scientifically proven root cause of your belly fat and slow metabolism, the menopause parasite. Inside every capsule is a bespoke proprietary formula of 5 high-quality tropical nutrients and plants in the exact clinically proven quantities that work on a biological level to naturally flush out this poisonous parasite, igniting your broken metabolism and dissolving excess fat by shrinking overgrown fat cells, all while you sleep and without any effort. Not only melting away stubborn fat, but this powerful solution has also been proven to reduce the symptoms of menopause by balancing your hormones, improving sleep, and releasing dopamine, helping your body and mind to feel relaxed and focused when you wake up. Unlike the weight loss industry's fat burners that are all glorified caffeine tablets with green tea or EGCG and don't work, leaving you feel jittery, Tropaslim is unique. It has no caffeine, toxins, or stimulants at all, so it's not tolerance or habit forming. Tropaslim is manufactured in the USA at our FDA registered and GMP certified facility using state-of-the-art precision engineered machinery and under the strictest and most sterile sterile standards. Each ingredient is 100% plant-based, soy-free, dairy-free, vegetarian, and non-GMO, and put through additional third-party inspections and quality control to ensure high purity and potency. Nothing like TropaSlim has ever been seen before or will be seen again. And losing fat with TropaSlim is so easy. It takes just 5 seconds each night before bed, yet it's more powerful than any diet or exercise on the planet. And because these 5 ingredients come from the healthy Montserrat Island, where life expectancy is the highest on Earth, they're also great for supporting a healthy heart, brain, joints, and so much more, renewing your overall health at the same time. Okay, it's time for you to finally get the slim, sexy body you've been dreaming of, and the one you deserve. Close your eyes and imagine that for a second. Imagine calmly walking into your favorite retail store and spending hours inside the dressing room because every outfit you try on wraps around your tight, toned body so perfectly you couldn't help but buy them all. Imagine seeing the happiness and pride in your kids and grandkids' eyes as you play with them for hours on end with endless energy surging through every cell in your body and no discomfort. Imagine hearing your friends gasp, jealous at the amazing changes you've made to your physique in such a short space of time, thinking you cheated somehow. Or most importantly, imagine the look on your husband's or significant other's face as they see your new body on display and watch them stare at you with lust and desire again. Really let yourself feel what that would be like. Doesn't it take your breath away? And then tell me how much that would be worth to never deprive yourself of your favorite foods, to never burden your family with worries about your health, to feel how much more fun life can be, and what you've been missing out on for so long. What would you give for all of this right now? Although my accountant suggested we sell a 30-day supply of TropaSlim for $700 cheaper than the $1,400 I personally paid to just get a day's worth of the rare TropaSlim ingredients. And although I know everyone who tried TropaSlim would happily pay double that after seeing the results for themselves, for me, Dr. Verane, Dr. Ross, and all the other professors and doctors who have worked for months with us in making TropaSlim possible, this isn't about money. We know what it's like to feel your health, confidence, and self-esteem slip away like sand through your fingers, watching your belly get bigger and bigger, and wondering why nothing is working. All we want is to finally take a stand against the deceitful weight loss industry to save you and everyone like you. TropaSlim has already changed the lives of 127,000 women around the world, and our target is to make that 1 million. And we want you to be our next success story. And the more affordable we make TropaSlim, the more likely we'll reach that goal. This is why we flat out refuse to charge $700, $600, or even $500. You're here putting your trust in us, wanting the absolute best for yourself by saying, yes, I'm ready for the change TropaSlim can bring into my life. So even though I'll charge $199 for a 30-day supply of TropaSlim soon, you won't have to pay that either. I'm going to make your decision as easy as it is to lose fat with TropaSlim. So for a limited time only, you can get a massively discounted 30-day supply of TropaSlim for a simple one-time fee of just $69. Yes, just $69, the lowest price you'll ever see. But before you order, as you've seen in the studies today, the longer you take these natural ingredients, the more you benefit. So if you're over 40 years old or carry excess weight, Dr. Ross recommends you take TropaSlim for at least 3 to 6 months. So it has enough time to work throughout your entire body to flush out this menopause parasite, shrink your fat cells, and reach your desired weight, and lock it in for years into the future. So to guarantee lifetime results, I'm going to let you order 3 months or 6 months worth of TropaSlim today at an outrageously deep discount on today's already special low pricing. And if you're smart and order 3 or 6 months supply, you also get 2 bonus books worth $109 absolutely free. Bonus number 1, Home Detox. Learn how to cleanse, repair, and flush out dangerous toxins from your organs naturally so your body can fully absorb this powerful tropical formula. This book was written exclusively to be combined with TropaSlim to purify your body using everyday ingredients from your kitchen. You'll discover common and household spices that reduce inflammation, bring back youthful glowing skin, improve memory, detoxify your colon, and so much more just by sprinkling these backyard herbs over your food once a day. Next, bonus 2, Mind Reset. With your brand new fast-track body comes a new mindset. And in this book, you'll discover a simple 8-second technique that instantly relieves stress and calms your mind. You'll learn how to identify and eliminate harmful self-beliefs that have been holding you back your entire life, and the easy 1-2 method to tap into your natural self-esteem and confidence, especially in social events and around other people. You'll find easy brain hacks that give you clarity, focus, and solutions to every emotional obstacle you face, helping you to become the best version of yourself. All that and more. I want you completely satisfied. So here's the deal. Buy 3 bottles of Tropaslim and we'll gift you the 2 bonus books worth $109 absolutely free. Or better still, buy 6 bottles, our most recommended package, and we'll gift you the 2 bonus books worth $109 for free. Plus, we'll ship the entire package out to you for free as well. Sound fair? That's how confident we are that you'll love what Tropaslim has in store for you. Look below this video now, and if Tropaslim is still in stock, you'll see your 3 money-saving options. Do the right thing for your family and loved ones, and choose your package to proceed to our 100% encrypted and secure checkout page that looks like this. Fill in your details, confirm your order, and we'll ship it out the same day to your doorstep. No auto ship, no hidden charges, just the safe and secure one-time simple fee, and you can contact our helpful customer support agents to get updates or ask as many questions as you may have. Act fast. Tropaslim is only available on this official page and nowhere else. Not Amazon, eBay, not GNC or Walgreens. I've removed all middlemen to bring you the best pricing available. But be warned, bottles are selling very, very fast. And we're on the verge of running out of stock because we refuse to compromise on the quality or quantity of the potent tropical ingredients found in Tropaslim. The price is rising as well. So fast, I'm fighting to keep it low for you. The prices you see now are not guaranteed beyond tonight, and the last thing I want is for you to come back in a few hours and see higher prices or an out of stock sign. That's why 96% of people order 6 bottles at a time, so they can start dissolving fat right away and keep it off for years to come and secure the best savings and stocking up for themselves and for their closest friends and family. I hate to say this, but the clock is ticking. You're here, which means your personal bottles are reserved, but if you close this page, they'll be given to someone else. Don't waste a second more when the solution is right at your fingertips. Claim your discount and choose your package below now. And even though we've received hundreds of 5-star reviews on Google already, if you're still skeptical, I understand. After all, the $78 billion weight loss industry has lied to you for decades into believing diet and exercise is your only choice to break free from your belly fat and slow metabolism. They'll never tell you this quick, easy, 100% natural flush to target the root cause of belly fat even exists, because you'd never touch another diet or workout again. It's no wonder the weight loss industry is spending tens of millions a year to try and hide this from you. So to prove that this bespoke formula works and you've absolutely nothing to worry about, I'm backing your order with our ironclad 2-month money-back guarantee. That means you decide nothing today. I'm not asking for a yes, just a maybe. Choose your package below, make your order, then you have up to 60 days to decide, which is more than generous, as most people see results within the first week. Test drive Tropaslim out for yourself. Now for a whole 2 months, risk-free, and if you don't experience a huge 400% to 900% times jump in calorie burning, if you don't see the fat rapidly dissolve away day by day, if you don't feel overflowing with energy and enthusiasm as your muscles tone and your brain fog lifts, even if you use up every bottle and still aren't happy, then I don't want your money. All you need to do is contact us within 60 days and you'll get every cent back. I know this sounds crazy, but that's how much I believe in this solution. I cannot do fairer than that. I'll even let you keep the 2 free bonus books worth $109 as a big thank you for giving Tropaslim a try. All you need to do to claim your discount and take advantage of this amazing risk-free deal is choose your package below right now and take back control over your body to become the new you. If you haven't taken action yet, then you might not know it, but you're at an important crossroads in your life right now, leading to 2 very different lives. So listen carefully as I tell you what they are so you can make the best decision. Option 1. You ignore everything that you've seen today. You ignore all the incredible studies proving the rare ingredients inside Tropaslim flush out this deadly menopause parasite and shrink overgrown fat cells holding excess fat throughout your entire body, balancing hormones and improving sleep. You choose to ignore the doctors who have staked their reputation on the effectiveness of this weight loss solution and the real stories of the women you've heard from today. You do exactly what the weight loss industry wants you to do and carry on. I think you already know what'll happen if you do take this option because you've felt it so many times before where nothing changes in your life. Struggling with yo-yo dieting and meal plans, endlessly searching for anything to work, or feeling yourself getting heavier and more exhausted by the day. Feeling your belly fat suffocate your organs and squeeze your heart and being trapped in your body. Wondering why it's so hard to get in shape and stay that way like everyone else. And if you do decide to go this path, ask yourself what's going to change for you. What's going to happen if you don't take action and try something new and proven? More diet? More exercise? I know you don't want that. The average American will spend $500,000 in their attempt to lose weight over their lifetime. That's the financial cost of doing nothing. The human cost is far greater. Heart attack, stroke, diabetes, Alzheimer's, your risk of which is greatly increased when you're overweight. That's not to mention the poor sleep, anxiety, brain fog, depression, and mental turmoil it can bring, cutting your life short by years, even decades. Is that really a risk you want to take to save a bit of money? There's a way out of this. And we both know you're still watching because deep down, you know a change is needed in your life. The doorway to a life where you're free of your belly fat is right in front of you. I've opened it for you, and all you need to do is walk through it, which is why I want you to take a second here and seriously consider taking option 2. And let's face it, it's the only option you have. Investing in a one-time payment in Tropaslim today and putting it to the test risk-free for a full 60 days. And just imagine the difference this could make to your life. Catching sight of yourself in the mirror, admiring your slim reflection staring back at you, looking and feeling younger than ever before, your skin plump and clear, your hair and nails healthy and strong, rolling out of bed feeling light, moving with the vigor, energy, and strength of a person half your age, playing with your children or grandchildren for hours, watching them grow up, get married, and have kids of their own. You can take vacations and eat your favorite food at restaurants without feeling shame or embarrassment. Imagine hearing your doctor tell you you're healthy and that your heart, lungs, and organs are renewed as your sex drive returns and hormones come back into balance. You can be free. You can live a long, happy life. It's the easier option because all it takes is deciding you love yourself enough to say yes right now. Simply choose your package below and enter your payment information on our secure checkout page right now before life gets in the way. No auto ship, no subscriptions. Simply take 2 capsules of Tropaslim every night before bed and you'll experience firsthand everything I've talked about in this video. Remember, we recommend a 90 to 100-day package for the best and longest lasting results, and every 3-bottle package of Tropaslim comes with the 2 bonus books worth $109. Absolutely free. Or make the smart decision and get the heavily discounted 6-bottle package, which comes with the 2 bonus books worth $109. Absolutely free, as well as free shipping too. And don't forget, your order is protected by our 60-day risk-free guarantee. If you're not thrilled with your results within 2 months, just email our 24/7 customer service team and we'll immediately refund every penny. Time is running out and this limited time special discount will expire at any moment. And the only place you can purchase Tropaslim is right here on this page. So act fast and make the right decision for yourself and your family. I think you're ready to get started. Choose your package below right now at this limited time pricing while stocks last, and I can't wait to hear about the difference Tropaslim has made in your life. This has been Samantha Baker, and thank you for listening.